What's up, psychos? Welcome to day 5 of 30 days of book rec. So yesterday we talked about Deathtrap, which is the first book in the Murder and Mayhem duet. Today we're going to be talking about Hellcat, which is the second one. This is an interconnected duet, so you can read each book separately. It is recommended that you read Deathtrap first, but let's get into Hellcat for those of you who just want to jump right into the Pitch Black Paranormal Romance. I just need to say before getting into this, there will be some spoilers for Deathtrap if you watch this video first. So if you're planning and you're already kind of sold, maybe skip this video because I'll do my best to keep Deathtrap spoilers out of here, but it's almost borderline impossible to talk about this book at all without doing like at least some spoilers for Deathtrap. So if you have read Deathtrap before going into this book, you have already met Shem or Shem Hazai. This book was highly anticipated by my readers after reading Deathtrap because Shem Hazai is one of a freaking kind, and diving into his character in this book is quite the experience. Now we meet Gabe, who is Shem Hazai's partner, at the end of Deathtrap. Shem is like, we need to go to Salem and find Hecate, the mother of witches, and Gabe is like, bet, take me with you. Gabe is like head over heels for Shem Hazai, and we as the reader can tell that Gabe is exactly what Shem needs, but Shem has what my therapist would call an avoidant attachment style. Shem gives off this like air of confidence. He's a very self-sufficient character. He doesn't ever lean on anybody or ask for any sort of emotional softness from anybody. He's very much like, I've got this, I can do it myself. He spends time with other characters for companionship, but he really struggles with intimacy. Gabe wants nothing more than to be intimate with Shem. Like, yes, there's spicy time, but that's not the same as like emotional intimacy, and like that's what Gabe is after. Shem has a very, very traumatic past that we just graze the surface of in Deathtrap. And I will say, writing the scenes in this that cover Shem's trauma was really hard for me to write. It was pretty fucking brutal. So again, please be careful. These are very, very dark. Check triggers. There's like on-page abuse that is horrific. So it made me cry. Like, I don't know, just be careful. But Shem needs Gabe, basically, and he spends the entire book pushing Gabe away, being almost cruel to Gabe. And Gabe, like, they're both so frustrating in the sense that you just want to freaking slap Shem in the face and be like, stop hurting Gabe. And you want to slap Gabe in the face and be like, leave him. Like, it's not worth it. Like, fuck this. That's how I felt freaking writing it. Writing is weird. Sometimes it's more like I'm kind of like watching it happen too, and my fingers are just like making, I don't know, I can't explain it. But thank Satan that frickin' Gabe is a way more patient and kind person, I guess, than I am. I would have been like, see ya, not worth it. But Gabe stays. Gabe stays and he pushes through it. He gives Shem a couple of ultimatums that were very well deserved. And once Shem finally opens up to Gabe, like it is frickin' Waterworks City. The healing spice in this is some of my favorite healing spice scenes that I've ever written are in this book. And you'll notice it says a dark bi romance. That's because both Shem and Gabe are bi, and there is a spice scene with Hecate, the mother of witches. So if that's going to be a problem, like if you're only trying to read strictly MM, be forewarned, there is a spice scene with a female main character in here. But much like Deathtrap, Hecate is not a romantic partner in the group. They're polyamorous demons and gods who just like to screw around with each other. Just because they're having spicy time with each other doesn't necessarily mean in this world that they're in a romantic relationship with each other. So just keep that in mind. Hecate is a badass bitch. She does not take any shit from Shem Hazai. She's actually written to be very similar to Shem Hazai, and that's why they would never be romantically compatible, in my opinion, is because they're just too freaking similar. Like, they're too alike. And she would not put up with the shit that Gabe puts up with, like, let me tell you. And she actually plays a critical role in their relationship in helping Shem see what's right in front of his face. Like, she's the one who is like, go back to Gabe, like, stop being a dumbass and get your shit fucking sorted out. Being idiot. And on top of that too, my intention with Hecate in this book was to showcase really strong female friendships. Like the friendships in my life that I have with women are so freaking important. And I feel like female friendships are often in the media portrayed as like these catty things. I just really wanted to have a strong female character who had amazing girlfriends who loved her community. And especially just with the state of the world right now, those themes were important for me to include. So that's why it's like, it's a little bit more than a romance, much like Deathtrap. Like there's plot in here, there's themes of friendship, community, found family. But yeah, there's also a taboo aspect in here. Nobody is officially related, but there's some dicey shit, so be very careful. These books are not for the weak. Like if you are a sensitive reader by any means, like if you have any triggers, just maybe, you know? Anyway, the full trigger list for both of these books are available on my website, alexandrastpierre.com. I'll of course link everything below if you want to go check them out and see if it's something that you want to get into. But yeah, they both, again, like I said, have the black pages, and Hellcat actually has art in the book too, so have fun with that. Anyways, what I love about Hellcat so much, that push and pull, but it's done in like such a way that's worth it by the end. So if you have any book racks where the two main characters, there's a ton of push and pull back and forth, and you're just like, will they, won't they the whole time, please drop those racks in the comments, because you know I'm always looking to expand my TBR, and maybe it'll make it into the next round of 30 days of book racks. Anyways, as always, I love you and stay weird. See you tomorrow!